If you've been putting off preparing your home to age in place because you're not ready for a big project, I want you to hear something. This is not where you have to start. There are smaller changes you can make this week, none of which requires a contractor or a big budget, and they have a real and lasting impact. Here's another thing that I didn't expect when I started with small changes. They actually helped me see more clearly what else I wanted to do. That's what I want to show you today. The thing that keeps most women from starting on their homes isn't that they don't care, it's that when they picture getting started, a major project comes to mind. A contractor, a budget they haven't yet set aside, a Tuesday torn apart, months torn apart. So they wait for the right time, which usually means they wait a long time. What I want to offer you today is a different entry point, one that's accessible right now, regardless of whether a bigger project is eventually in your plans or not. Here's where I actually started. Non-slip tape on the step up from my garage to my house. About 15 minutes is all it took, and a few dollars. Not only is the tape non-slip, it helps remind me that there's a step there. Otherwise, the step and the floor kind of blend in visually. I don't worry about slipping on that step anymore. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even mess up my nails. Here's another one, reorganizing my kitchen cabinets. I moved everything I reach for regularly into what I now think of as the nose to knees height. This didn't cost anything. It took one afternoon, and now my kitchen works better than it ever did before. That surprised me. Here's another one, a bench just inside the front door. You know, it's there when I come in with the Amazon packages or the Instacart delivery, or when I'm putting on shoes or I need a moment just to catch my breath. And my guests appreciate it too. It's a small thing we use every day. Or motion sensor night lights in the hallway, in the bathroom. Basically, places on the path between where I sleep and where I'm going at 2 a.m. Very inexpensive, quick to install, and now I don't worry about that walk in the middle of the night at all. Another thing that doesn't cost anything other than time is decluttering. I'll admit, this is an ongoing battle for me. I clean things up, and then they just get cluttered again. But when I can spend an afternoon cleaning out stuff that's not really needed, but there anyway, not only does my house seem bigger, but it also gives me clear space, clear pathways to walk through. Now, here's what I noticed after doing these things. First of all, they helped. Not in a this solves everything kind of a way, but in a real daily way. My home felt more intentional, safer, in the quiet, practical sense. Second, and I didn't expect this, they helped me figure out what I actually wanted to do next. I started paying attention to my home with more purpose, more intention. It helped me see it differently. I began to think about what I genuinely would like to change. For me, that clarity eventually led to a bathroom remodel that I'm really glad I did. But I'm not sure I would have known what I wanted from that remodel if I hadn't started by doing these smaller projects that brought me to pay more attention to things around my house and how they were working. So the bottom line is starting small doesn't mean staying small. It means getting started with something real. Now, I'll also mention a home improvement project that didn't quite go perfectly. You know, I repositioned a toilet paper holder. It was going to be in the perfect position. I had really studied where it was supposed to be and measured many times. And yet, despite the fact that I thought I had really prepared, I got it in the wrong spot. I mean, really in the wrong spot. Oh well. It was nothing that a little spackle and paint couldn't hide. It just meant that I learned something and adjusted. Starting messy is still starting. So, you don't need a big project to begin taking charge of your home. You need a decision to start and a place to put your attention first. The small things are real and a legitimate place to begin. And they tend to show you what ought to come next. I want to know where you are in this. What's one small thing in your home that you've been meaning to address? Even if it feels minor, even if it seems too simple to mention, leave it in the comments. Sometimes the most useful conversations happen there. To understand more about why women over 60 tend to avoid aging in place issues, even making simple changes that don't require a contractor, check out this video.